Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then this is actually the third video I'm doing in the series where I do Python puzzles and challenges. And in this one, we're gonna be doing the Harshad challenge. In this one, we're gonna identify whether or not a number is a Harshad number. Now, if you don't know, a Harshad number is a number that basically when it takes the sum of the digits of the number. So when you add up the digits of the number, you have that sum. If that number is divisible by the sum, then it's a Harshad number. So, for example, 2020. No, that's not a good example. 4040. When you add up the digits, you get 8, right? 4 plus 0 plus 4 plus 0. Now, when you divide 40 by 8, you are gonna get you're not gonna get a remainder, so you know that it's divisible by 8. Another example is 18. You add up 1 and 8, you get 9, and 18 is divisible by 9, so it's a Harshad number. Now, we can begin first by taking the input from the user. So input, enter your number here, and you know what? I would write the code like somewhere down here, but I actually want to encapsulate that code inside a function because I feel like it would be easier and more neat, and we can also get a quick review of how function syntax works. So def is Harshad, and now basically we're creating a function called is Harshad, and it'll return whether or not a number is a Harshad number. And now the argument we're taking in is the number itself. And so first we're gonna have to maybe let's just keep a variable for the sum, or maybe I don't want to use sum because that's already a thing in Python, as you can see. Maybe I can do sum total, sure. And make that 0, because for now that's the value is going to be just blank. Now, because although it's a number, it's not an integer type in Python, the input that we're taking from the user. We left it as a string type, as default, a string. The reason I did that, we could have converted this to an integer like right here, but I thought that it would be easier to just leave it as a string at first, because then we can actually iterate through the string. So for example, we can do for digit and number. We basically increase. So what happened there? Yeah, we increase the sum total by the digit. So if it's like again 18, then first in the first iteration, it's going to be 1 and 18. The digit is going to be 1. And then the 1 gets added to sum total. And then it's going to be 8. And once this for loop is done, then what we can do is we have to know if the number divided by the sum, if it gives a remainder or not. If it gives a remainder, then it's not a Harshad number. So basically, to know the remainder, you have to use a modulo operator. I believe we use this in FizzBuzz as well. So if number sum total, basically when you divide the number by the sum, if it's divisible, so if the remainder of that division is going to be 0, then we can return Harshad. Otherwise, if it does give a remainder, then we're just going to return not Harshad. And now we can simply, because this is a function, we can simply we can just print Harshad num. So first we apply a function to the input we got from the user, and we print it. Let's test this out. So 4040. Sorry, we did something wrong. So what I forgot to do is I forgot to convert it to an integer. So while the number is still it's still a string, we do need to when we're adding, like this is an integer sum total, right? But digit is, it's still a character in the string, so it's still a string. We have to convert this to an integer. Now we can do the same for right here. We can convert the number to an integer, the integer type in Python. It could get a little tricky. You could just convert it to an integer in the first place, again, like I mentioned, but and get rid of these. But then again, you're gonna have to like when you're, because you can't put like a for loop on a number, so we're gonna have to convert it to a string and then an integer again. So you can do it whatever way you like. I just did it this way, and so let's just move on. Yes. 4,040 is a Harshad number. 5,050 is a Harshad number. 6,060 is also a Harshad number. But let's even 18 is a Harshad number, like I mentioned. But what if you have something like 1,111? That's not a Harshad number because this adds up to 4, and obviously this is not divisible by 4. This number. So yeah, this problem was again simple, but I just wanted to reinforce the modulo concept. Also, I wanted to, again, work with data types. I think that's pretty fun. Then also I wanted to, the goal of this video was mainly to help restore your memory of like this, how a function basically works. And if you didn't know, then you can watch I made a tutorial on functions in the past, so you can watch that. And yeah, that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and yeah, see you in the next one.